Squats, hands down, the most anti-aging exercise that 99% of people are completely ignoring. Now, squats, as well as the other two exercises that we're going to talk about today, are the best anti-aging exercises that you can do for your body because they train what's called the posterior chain. And this is the muscle group that runs down the backside of your body from your brain all the way down to your tailbone. Now, most people ignore this area of the body and only focus on the front side of the body when it comes to training. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do a squat and explain why it's so good for your body, especially as you start to get older. So the first thing that I want to point out about a squat is that it is a full body exercise. It's not just a leg exercise. In fact, there are 8 major muscle groups that get trained with a squat. You have your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, your calves, your core, your upper back, your traps, and even your biceps. So let's go ahead and dive into the benefits. Number 1, squats will help you increase your metabolism. As you start to get older, you lose muscle mass, and you also lose hormonal balance within your body. And this leads to you having a slower metabolism. So one of the things that happens is that you might be eating the same amount of food that you ate when you were younger, but now you're gaining weight. So by doing squats, since it's such an effective full body exercise, it's going to help you maintain and even increase your resting metabolism because you're maintaining and increasing muscle mass. And also, it works on your hormones, specifically on your thyroid hormone, which helps to control your metabolism. Number 2, squats can help you maintain and even gain weight. I remember at one point in my life where I was very lean and I was lifting weights. And no matter how much protein I consumed, I couldn't gain weight. No matter how much food I ate, I couldn't gain weight. And it was because I wasn't doing any heavy compound movements like squats. These types of movements will help you gain weight if that's something that you're trying to accomplish. Number 3, squats. Number 3, squats will help you increase your endurance capacity. A lot of people think that endurance capacity is only related to your cardiovascular system and your lungs. But in reality, it's also related to your muscular endurance, meaning how long your muscles can work before they fatigue. For example, if you had to run away from a bear and you had to keep running for hours, it wouldn't just be your cardiovascular system and your lungs that would get you. It would be your muscles that would get you. So by doing squats, you're working on muscular endurance. Number 4, squats will help you build strong bones. Now, unfortunately, as we age, our bones start to become softer and softer and softer, and we start to become more prone to fractures. But by doing squats, which is a weight-bearing exercise, you're going to increase bone density, making your bones stronger and less prone to fractures. Number 5, squats can help you prevent injuries. In causes of injuries is osteoporosis, which is low bone density. Like I said in the last point, squats can help you prevent this. Also, you'll have increased joint stability because of the strength that you're developing within the muscles around those joints. For example, if you have weaker quads, what ends up happening is that your knees will start to wobble from side to side because those muscles aren't strong enough to stabilize the knee joint. So squats will help you stabilize all of the joints throughout your body. And also, squats will increase the strength of your connective tissues, like your tendons and ligaments. Number 6, squats can help improve your balance. One of the leading causes of injuries, especially as we age, is because we fall. And one of the reasons why we fall is because we have poor balance. Now, when you're doing squats, you're working on improving your balance. And that's why it's a great exercise for people who want to maintain their independence as they get older. For example, I have a family member who's in her late 70s, and she lives by herself and does these exercises. And it's helped her to maintain her independence because it's helped her to maintain her balance and strength. Number 7, squats will help you increase muscle mass. So like I said before, as we age, we lose muscle mass. But by doing squats, you're gonna maintain and even increase your muscle mass, which is gonna lead to you looking younger, feeling better, and even having improved cognitive function. There was actually a study that showed that when you resistance train, you increase BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is basically fertilizer for your brain. So squats will help you maintain and increase muscle mass. And number 8, squats can help improve your sex life. Yes, it's true. If you have a stronger, more powerful lower body, it's going to translate over to the bedroom. And so, if you're a man or a woman, it can help improve your sex life. How to do a squat. Now that you know all of the amazing benefits of doing squats, let me show you how to do them. But before we get started, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Alright, so here I am. And there's 3 key points that I want to mention about my form when I'm squatting. First is that I'm keeping my chest up. I don't want my chest to be down like this because that's going to put my spine in a bad position. I want to keep my chest up and my eyes looking straight ahead. The second thing is that I want to keep my weight over the midline of my foot, so I'm not leaning too far forward. A lot of people, when they squat, they'll lean way too far forward, and they'll end up putting a lot of stress on their lower back. And then lastly, I want to keep my knees behind my toes. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that they need to keep their knees over their midline of their foot, but that actually puts a lot of pressure on the knee joint, and it can lead to injury. So you want to make sure that your knees stay behind your toes. So let's go ahead and start from the top. I'm going to start with my feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. My toes are facing straight forward. I'm going to take a big deep breath in, and then I'm going to sit my hips back. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that beginners make is that they try to use their legs to lift the weight instead of using their glutes and their hamstrings. And so what I mean by that is that they'll end up bending their knees and they'll keep their weight on their toes. So you really want to focus on sitting your hips back and pushing your weight more, so through your heels. Okay, so you can think about it like this. Imagine you're trying to push the floor away from you. That's going to help you to drive through your heels. Once you've pushed the floor away, now you can extend your legs and lock out your hips. Now, I don't want you to fully lock out your hips because that puts a lot of pressure on your knees. So you want to keep just a slight bend in your knees. From there, all you're going to do is stand back up, and that's 1 repetition. Alright, so I just went over the benefits of squats, and I also just showed you how to do them. So now I want to hear from you. What other benefits have you experienced from doing squats? Or maybe you've never done them. So if that's the case, do you have any hesitations about doing them? Maybe you're afraid that it's going to hurt your knees. So please leave a comment below. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. And I'll see you in the next video.